Okay, so hey everyone, it's Friday, which is always nice. Okay, so with the exams, again, I'm making progress. I'm hoping to get, I'm hoping to get the exams back to you by early next week. I'm going to do the best I can. Not only, and also with homework, there is homework that's on Lumen and a quiz. They're both due by March 6th, which is Saturday. I couldn't think of the date, by 11:55 p.m. Okay, they're due then. And let me say this also: if for some reason you forgot to hand in, a homework quiz or whatever, I can always reopen one for you. I've done that for people. I'm more than happy to do that. I understand things happen. I do. I know this whole pandemic is not an easy situation to be in. I miss teaching face to face. Okay, so if you did forget to do something for whatever reason, don't be afraid to contact me. Okay? As long as it's not a habit. I mean, if you don't contact me though, then there's nothing I can do. So, all right. Any questions at all? Okay. All right, so let me start lecturing then. I did email everyone the notes, so you should have it. Well, wrong button. There we go. About to share my camera again. I want to share my notes. Here we go. All right. Good. Okay. So if you remember last time, what we were doing was we were looking at absolute value, right? I mean, there was a formal definition that I gave you. Basically it's here. The other definition I gave you involving distance, I thought would be a little bit easier. I mean, my experience teaching this class is that students have an easier understanding with this definition, where absolute value, you define it as the distance between the number and zero along the number line. How far it is from zero. Okay? I mean, this is the formal definition. And then last time we did some examples. So for instance, the absolute value of 3, right? That's equal to 3. But why is that? 3 is 3 units away from 0. 3 is 3 units away from 0. For 1, the absolute value of 1 is 1, because 1 is also one unit from 0. What about -2? Well, -2 is 2 units away from 0. It's to the left of it, not the right, but it's still 2 units away. So because of that, the absolute value of -2 is 2. Okay. I did do that last time, so that was a little quick, but again, I did that last time. We can also consider equations involving absolute value. We can consider that. For instance, let's say we wanted to solve the equation on top here. So let's say we want to solve this equation. Well, to solve this, we would need to find all numbers that you could plug in for x that make this equation true. Now, what is this equation saying? Excuse me, what are we looking for? We're looking for all numbers whose absolute value is 2. Okay, in other words, all numbers whose distance from 0 along the number line is 2. Okay, that's good. So from here then, what numbers are going to pull that off? Well, we know 2 is 2 units away. Here, let me do this. This might help. We know 2, right, is 2 units away from 0. Now we know that's true, but is that the only number? No, because what if we went in the other direction? And now we're at -2. So 2 and -2 both have absolute value 2. So that's what we get here. Okay. What about the next one, the absolute value of x equal to 3? Well, so here we want all numbers whose absolute value is 3. In other words, all numbers whose distance from 0 is 3. Well, we know 3 itself is 3 units away from 0. But again, just like with the first equation, that's not the only answer, right? Because what if we went in the other direction? We would be at -3, like so. So in this case, the two numbers are 3. The two solutions, excuse me, are 3 and -3. So that's what we get here. Okay. Now that's for equations. What about absolute value and inequalities? Well, what is this asking us? We need to find all, this is asking us for all numbers whose absolute value is strictly less than 2. In other words, we want all numbers whose distance from 0 is less than 2. What numbers are going to pull that off? Well, let's see. Well, if you're to the right of 0, yeah. You know, here you're less than 2, right? Here we're less than 2 units away, and we get the 2. Oh, we stop. Everything here in red, well, I guess under the red, is less than 2 units from 0, right? You know, 1 is, yeah, let me get the laser thing. A half is, 1 is, and so on, right? But 2 itself is 2 units away from 0. Everything greater than 2 is also more than 2 units away from 0. That is, it's too far. So this, everything here would be solutions. Now, are those the only numbers? Well, no. What if we went the other way? What if we went to the left? It'd be the same thing, right? We're less than 2 units from 0. Less than 2 units from 0, almost there, and oh, we stop, right? We stop at 2, -2. Because again, everything here, all the numbers between 0 and -2, they're less than 2 units from 0. So because of that, all numbers between -2 and 2 are solutions to this inequality, right? All x such that this is true, which is the same as this interval. I mean, I really hope this makes sense. Again, if you think of it in terms of distance, this is what it really boils down to. What about here? It's the same idea, except now instead of 2, we have 3, and we don't have strict inequality, we have just inequality. So from here, right, we're at 0, we want all numbers whose absolute value is is less than or equal to 3. Well, we're at 0, right? We're not 3 units away yet. We're not 3 units away. We're getting there, right? We're not 3 units away. Getting further away though. And, oh, we stop. Why do we stop? We're now 3 units away. Everything in red now, everything that the red covers, I guess, is less than 3 units away from 0. So these are all solutions. Now, are those the only one? Well, no. They're not the only ones, right? Because what can we do? Let's go the other direction. We're less than 3 units from 0, right? We want all numbers whose distance from 0 is less than 3. Bum, 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 bum. Boom, we stop. Right? We're now, everything in red here is less than 3 units away from 0, as you can see. So we're good. So in this case, the solution set, it's all numbers between -3 and 3. It's all numbers between -3 and 3. So that's what we get here. Notice we're including 3 because we have less than or equal to 3. So, 3 itself and -3 are solutions.